now. And okay, welcome everybody. This is Monika and Marek to present you an insightful quest inside of self-worth inside an organization. And I just let them speak.
Thank you, Jose.
You're welcome.
Welcome, everyone. You are watching us and joining us now. I'm really happy to see you. And also who will join us afterwards listening to recordings. So welcome. And welcome, Marek, my precious client and friend. He accepted my invitation to this 40 or 50 minutes session where we would like to introduce you a real example of culture change based on how to really build self-worth and how you can achieve tangible results thanks culture of self-worth. So the first thing is to let me introduce Marek. We decided to, or maybe no, just rules. Please, we would like to do it here, create a very informal space. So if you would like to ask, you are very welcome. Just raise hands on reactions, and we will give you a possibility to ask. And yes, you are also welcome afterwards to Coffee Corner, so you can ask more questions. We will be there both with Marek. And yes, that's it. I think just hopefully I don't forget something. Yes, and so let me introduce Marek. We know each other more than 15 years, I guess, isn't it?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, we decided to introduce each other, and it will be a little bit adventure.
Especially for me.
And I will be very simple because of Marek is for me really genuine and humble, clever, courageous man, leader, and most of all, human with head and heart. And
that's because of your trainings.
Oh, definitely not, but thank you. And today he's speaking from as a manager or managing director of Ideal Standard Czech Republic, the manufacturing who is manufactured industrial ceramics. Is it right?
Yes, sanitary ceramics. Yeah.
Sanitary ceramics, toilets and bath tubes, and you can for sure you are using it every day. So that's it. It's your
okay,
turn.
so it's my turn to introduce Monika. So as Monika said, we know each other for ages already. First time I met her was when I was a client ready to be coached. So first of all, Monika is I think very good coach. She is very say enthusiastic and experienced. How to say trainer? I don't know if it's the correct word, because yes, it's training usually, but it's very interactive. So training from head and heart. That's the way how she provide her knowledge to all people that say attending her courses. Changing people and changing, I think, culture in companies as well, because I already experienced culture change driven by this head and heart approach twice, and now I'm experiencing it just now, and that's something that we want to describe.
Thank you. So we can continue.
So
Thank you, Marek.
I will try to share the presentation. Hopefully it will work. So can you see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So I can try to show the presentation mode, which is not working. Technical issues. I will manage it. Just you can start, Monika. I will manage it. The first slide is not important.
Just for sure, we would like to present an example of the true culture change and explore simple examples how to achieve tangible results for a sustainable future. So I'm now reading just information from a program, and this is what the second slide is. Marek, you can go to second slide, please.
Yes. I can. Finally, it seems that I have it under control.
Yeah. As usual. And the very important thing what I haven't mentioned yet is that this change, and I really believe in it, it's definitely can't be not transactional, but relational. It's based on relationship. So when we spoke with Marek about this session, the first answer he gave me was, okay, this is not about me, it's about the people. And I told him, oh, come on, it's about you, because of you creating conditions. So this is the second as the first thing, I think, and also the not last one, is that role of leader in any change, organization change, is just essential. And Marek, can you just describe what's your role as a leader?
It's easy. It's easy. I'm not here to produce a toilet bowl. I am here to say have correct skills, correct knowledge, and super people at the positions that are needed for the production of this bowl. And my role is to say maintain this environment and to say set up priorities, set up way of working, or if I can say culture. I deeply believe that me, without help of my colleagues, subordinates, however we call it, I will not be able to deliver the results as we are delivering now, because the whole population of say group or factory can always do more if they work together. So my role is to give them direction, to tell them what is my or say headquarter expectations, and let them go for it. So if I take my direct reports, I always work with them in a direction that I want them to be better than me. I want them to be to let them develop, to let them do the mistakes, let them deliver, and I am there just to give them or create for them conditions.
Mm. Mm. I'm thinking about history when you came first into this manufacturing, what the culture was.
Was unpolitely said, was like army. Everybody was waiting. Everybody was waiting for direction from plant director, plant manager, being afraid to do anything without permission, even think, I would say.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have some. Just don't hesitate, please. Raise your hands and write comments in a chat. Yeah, it's control and command outdated. Yeah. It definitely it was the manufacturing was really close to be closed, isn't it?
Yeah, in some specific conditions, yes.
Mm.
Yes. In the past, it was also one of the option. I hope in the past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Anita. I love the quote you are using from Peter Drucker, culture eats strategy for breakfast. Yeah, yeah. And thank you, John. My role is to maintain the environment culture, to give direction and let them go for it. Yeah, then this Marek words. Any questions now for this or comments for this slide? Okay, we have one from Dagmara. Thank you, Dagmara. How you deal with the pressure of being in charge of the factory production process? How to let go of control?
Nice question. And honestly, I don't think I have a simple answer for this. And so my experience provided me with one, I would say good skill. Maybe I can call it like this. And maybe it's experience, because what I always try to do is to set up some let's say KPIs that can help me easily control the process. And I follow these KPIs in order to know that we are still on the same direction. And in the same time, as I said, I try to let people to be as innovative, as inventive as possible, and to bring what they think it is worth. It makes sense, and it can help us to move forward. So in fact, it's engagement of a group of people controlled by some set of KPIs. I don't know if it's the correct answer. Honestly, that's how I try to manage the team that I'm responsible for.
Mm-hmm. We can continue in more details, I think, with the next slide. We just asked those questions to ourselves because of the first thing is to thinking together what is the situation about, and what are the expectations of owners of the company, and how really looks the situation. And they are this question we just went through. So how do we behave? It's Marek just told already, if we are just interested in, or if we are trying to be interested. One of my favorite, or maybe favorites, shift in self-worth. How does it look communication and willingness? You already spoke about it. Tell me maybe at last what was important to you in the beginning and now.
So as usual, the beginning, because I was not experienced in ceramics at all. So in the beginning, the most difficult for me was to understand at least somehow, at least let's say few pieces of the process, and in the same time, because I think it is this is very important, is to learn very quickly names of people, and in order to be able to come to them, to have a normal chat with them and to know who they are. So it was, and I think it is always, at least from my experience with any change of position or change of industry, it's always at the beginning very important.
Tell me more about it. Why is this important? And what's the intention behind?
You have to create some culture, relations, let people, let's say, trust you because you trust them, you respect them. You can, let's say, communicate easily with them, and they very quickly, some of them very quickly, some of them slowly, but they understand that that's normal way of working, that it's not some role that new guy came and he tries to be say enthusiastic, visible, and doesn't pay attention at all. So my way of say influencing the factory is being very often at the shop floor and ask people what they feel, what they want, what they expect, what they are worried about, how they can help. It's also very very important, because usually if you show some openness, some people are able to give all their monkeys to your table. And they move it very quickly. So you have to give them also, let's say, freedom to cooperate and being part of, let's say, the real let's say group of people or factory.
Yeah, this is it's a very important thing, because of we all need to control our life, and when we are in the middle of change, we are just losing our control, and depends on personality, but we know it from the current situation as well. And that's why the one thing is how to deal with change. It's to be part of it, just contribute. And for contribution, we just need to trust our leader and just feel safe. And this is what the answer on this in this slide. What's important to us, it's sense trust. When I feel safe, then I can be creative and find some innovations. Really to be courage. And again, it's about mistake acceptance and smart and simple as it is. Yeah, I saw John, and I had and Coppens reminds me of Frederic Laloux, Reinventing Organizations. Great book. Thank you for inspiration, John.
I loved what you've just shared with us, Mark. The getting to know who people are and how different that is, just how radical that is in today's world in leadership. If we just look at the language that we've been, human resources, HR, the transactional language that we've been using about people for such a long time. And I love the way you said that, you knew nothing about ceramics, but the first thing you did is you went down the shop floor and you started talking to people to get to know their names and to get to know who they were. You started with the who they were rather than, the blocks on the organogram or the job spec or whatever. I just love that because it puts trust back in center stage. It respects other people's self-worth as well as our own. And I really would just underline the radical thing you've just shared, that isn't just out of a book or isn't just out of some management theory, but to actually start the day by getting to know the people. I think that's really wonderful. We could do with so much more of that.
I think so. I think so, John. It's based on my experience. Each time I try to stay in my office, at the end I found that it's not working. I cannot simply imagine. It's like a football team. You cannot play football without knowing each other, without having some strategy, without being able to help each other, and without knowing names. It's simply impossible from my point of view. And the teamwork is very, very similar from my experience. What I think is also very important, it was mentioned by Monika, and it's to show people that they are a normal human being and they are allowed to create some mistake or to do some mistakes. Each of us, we do this. So why should I look to my people that it's not acceptable from their side and everything is acceptable from my side? It is, I think, very shortcuts to hell, if I can say it like this.
Yeah. And it's I've heard somebody call it a radical responsibility, but I think it's just normal. Yeah.
I would say it's a human approach. I don't know if it's approach. Yeah.
Behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a comment from Anita about Carolina, our colleague. She said in last session, giving them the space to be themselves. Yeah, exactly. This is what you've done in the manufacturing. Yeah. And how does it work? This is the third sentence. It's really raise productivity, quality, a change of way work, and co-partnership. I remember how people was just shocked. They stood with open eyes. Then I told them the first, I don't want you to change. Everybody, you are here. You are fantastic example and fantastic specialist. You are great. You are okay as you are. And it took time, and we can tell you later how what tangible results it brings. And very important thing from my point of view. It's also when we are talking about culture, it's very, very important to define what is unacceptable. And we've written here inefficiency, stagnancy, apathy, and alibis. So it's Marek, and can you please confirm it? Or
Yeah, I can. I think the something that is the worst that you can meet is apathy, because then you cannot do anything with that organization, if I can say it like this.
yeah.
So then this is when I said the factory was like an army. So I don't want to say that the organization of army is bad. It's just different. People are cannot be apathic in army. It will say be very quick end. But in a factory, if the factory is managed like army, then people very quickly came to the conclusion that okay, whatever I do, it's not good enough, or I am not good enough. So I will wait for order. I will do it, and I don't expect any appraisal after this, because I just did what I was asked for. I didn't bring anything from myself. I just did it. And this, for me, this is really unacceptable, because this way of working can be used for, let's say, very short time in a crisis, if you need to solve something very quickly, and if you know how. But from longer perspective, if you accept say apathy, then the progress or improvements, or we call it culture change, will never happen.
Mm.
So this is the worst word in our list. But for me, this is really unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
When I use the example with a football team, there is always 11 players, and if one of them doesn't care about the team, about the situation, you never win. You can never win. So this is, from my point of view, the worst.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, John. I love this. Thank you. How it promotes responsibility. Yeah. What kinds of situation behaviors did you have to challenge? I think this is the next slide.
This next slide, it is.
Yeah. You're reading our minds, John.
Good preparation.
I'm just listening.
Yeah. Yeah, and any questions now, or comments or something, just please feel free to raise your hands, and we will give you a space to ask. Okay, with not, we can continue. So yeah, just the other 5 we are just creating, and we experience in manufacturing. It's in a factory from people. The first thing was fear to express myself, free to do mistakes, fear to
Be visible.
Sorry.
Be visible.
Be visible. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Be yourself.
mhm.
Play
And
play some, say, important role.
to take responsibility, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. And now when I just watch people, they know what they are doing. They know why they are doing this.
They are
And
aware that they know.
yeah, and yes, definitely. Yeah. Tell me more, Marek. What does it mean? How do you can yeah.
No, it's not. Honestly, it's just in the let's say middle of development. We are able to change part of the factory from the beginning, and we are, say, continuing in this change to the rest. But in the part that is already, and I hope I can say it, already changed. People are really say engaged. They understood that their managers feel or persuade them as a human beings. Exactly, everybody is different. Everybody is
Unique.
unique, able to help in different areas, and I hope they know already that it is expected to express themselves. It is expected that they are allowed to come with proposals, not only for improvement, but also to point something that it's bothering them. It's to show that something it's not working. Yeah, and
They are proactive. They are not sitting in a corner and waiting. They are now really proactive.
yeah, and I can say confirm it, because each time I go to factory, at the beginning I was able to go through the full factory, full production in, say, 15 minutes, 15-20. Now I am not back earlier than half an hour, 45 minutes, because they stop me. They want to show me something. They want me to see that they are doing good job. They want to ask something, and this is from my point of view very good sign that the situation is changing. It's more demanding from my point of view, because I spend there more time, but I enjoy it, and it makes sense for me. If I would go through the factory without any reaction, that's difficult. So as I said, we let them come, we let them do mistakes and to learn from it, because this is important, not to repeat them. We encourage them to be themselves.
And this is brand new. It's somehow funny that the rest of the factory, they are somehow, it's a mixture of jealousy and desire, and desire to feel the same, if you can imagine. Marco, I have a compliment from Anita. I wish all companies had leaders like you.
Me not.
And Jose, there is a
You know,
great sign.
if you ask my people, they will always tell you that I am not easy guy. It's
Yeah, there is a great sign of how organic self-worth become with all stakeholders. Definitely, it's Jose. It's like infection, the real one. Really, really. Yeah, and
it is unfortunately people have to realize that they want. This is the I think critical point, because if they don't realize it, they will never follow it.
mm. Yeah. This okay. Thank you for your comments. It's amazing. CJ Hislop, does it create silos? Sorry, I don't understand the.
Silos, I understand this. I understand.
Okay.
So I don't think so. This is something that I would say really hate. It's working in silos. And again, if I use the example from football, you have I don't know how to say it, defenseman, middle row, and people who are there to score. And if you create silos in this, it will never work, because you are never able to pass the ball. And this is something that I really hate. Maybe because I hate it, I can recognize it, that we are creating something like this. And I always try to how to say, demolish the walls.
Mm-hmm.
And show people that even if they are not responsible for, they have colleagues, they are responsible.
Mm-hmm.
To show them that it's not because I did a good job, I don't care. It's
Mm-hmm.
about I did a good job because I serve my next colleague.
Because of I
So
care.
yes, because of I care, exactly. And
Mm-hmm.
for this again, I would say easy tool how to create environment of one team is to have some, say, bonuses linked to overall performance of the, say, group or factory
Yeah, yeah.
as a
Mm-hmm.
say one part,
Mm-hmm.
not separated department by department, but to have clear goal, valid for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Another comments, Bess, in the end, you save the time by hearing about issues or possibilities in time to do something about it. Mm. Yeah, Anita, growth is never easy. Exactly. Dagmara, thank you for that. I could relate. Thank you, Dagmara. And comments, growth is never easy, and grass doesn't grow from pulling at it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
sometimes I feel like this, but
Yeah.
it's not working. It's not working. I agree.
Yeah. Anita, Iko, and Reinventing Organizations by Frederica Lu can answer the question as well. Yeah, he says trust makes ordinary people do extraordinary things. Wow, amen. Yeah, and Andra, curious how you deal with poor performance without breaking someone's self-worth. How do you drive innovation and in the absence of the need to prove oneself and validation? It's fantastic question, Andra.
It is. It is. I think the answer here is also easy. uh, you have several ways how to deal with non-performers. First is to finish it. It's the most easy one. If you do this, and I think it's the way, it's option. So if you do this, and if you do this with the respect to people, not showing them that they are bad, but showing them that they are not at the right place in the right time, and they can perform somewhere better, then it's not let's say destroying their self-awareness, I would say.
Mhm.
The second option is to give them some training, whatever, in order to give them the opportunity to change and to perform better. And I think the not last, but next option is to involve them directly in a process, to let them show their skills, their abilities, and come with some, say, creativity,
Mhm.
and involve them directly in a process, build on it. And again, it either change or not.
Mhm.
But
It's
you always need to see the, say, everybody, people, each human being.
mhm. One practical example, they themselves, by themselves, create monthly interview with everybody, and the only
You mean they shift leaders or team
yeah,
leaders? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Just tell about it, Marek. It's just I think it's fantastic example, practical example how to involve people.
It was, I think, leading by example, because it was visible that the, say, new boss of production manager organized this regular meeting with all people directly reporting to him, and it was something, let's say, completely new for them, because they were not used to, say, being part of the game. They were just
Yeah, I'm sorry, Marek. It was really for everybody. It's for every operator working.
As I said, it was leading by example, because the people, this say, department leaders, they understood how it works, and it is that's something that helps them to be better, to be more efficient, to improve, to feel like valuable part of the team, and they very quickly adopted to their normal way of working, to their subordinates, and their subordinates again to say, workers directly at lines.
Mhm.
So at the end, in this part of the factory, each employee working there has at least once per month, let's say, more or less formal speech to their direct boss. And I would say it's more and more changing from formal to informal, and from monthly frequency to more often
Mhm.
informal on, say, weekly, daily base.
I think
And
this is yeah, Marek. I'm sorry about the time. It's I think it's related to the next shift from stagnancy into more than 20% productivity, and it's still raising. So it's
yes,
incredible. It's incredible how you can uh, uh,
not me, they,
through, uh,
how they can.
how they can through really feeling valuable and feeling really worthy, how they can be productive, how they can be innovative, how they can really bring, I can't remember how many they are giving innovation possibilities or opportunities. It's raising rapidly, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just reminds me 2 days ago, we last week was Friday, last week, not 2 days ago, last Friday, we just they evaluated people who brought last year the good ideas or improvement ideas. And in the group of people that were evaluated was one guy from this part of the production who during the last 4 months brought, I think, 15 ideas for productivity or for improvement. Some of them in the value of, let's say, 10,000 euros, which is something completely new for them and for us as well. So again, let them participate.
Give them space. This is another shift from rigidity to resilience. I think resilience, this is the I think a very important thing now. It's not just only now. They are now shifting really to another level of resilience and sustainability, and they have courage, definitely. Yeah, from and yes to bottom innovation. Yeah, they are engaged. Thank you, Pes. So we can go. We have just a few minutes, and we can continue. Use the next 6 minutes to our last slides, and then we can continue. If you have some questions in coffee corner, you're very welcome. And this is about me, my role as a coach. And please, Marek, just add if it's something. My role, first of all, is to bring fresh awareness. This is definitely another view, another point of view. Another thing, it's to empower people, because of the factory of John. For me, it's not human resources, it's human relations. This is the same science, but a totally different meaning. So empower people. Just to give it name, when we have a name of situation of awareness, then I can handle with it. So this is about to give another perspective, to holding space, to working with people. It's my goal to holding really safe space. They can step up from the victim role into creator role. Build relationships, be human and support humanity, support partnership, because of it's my role. I am a coach. I am definitely not a director or worker. I don't know nothing about this work. Would I really it's my role to be we can help each other, we can be useful to each other, so we are partner to materialize really the thoughts into actions, and to bring and hold sustainability. And how I'm coaching with you, not you. This is a self-worth in a very simple essence. You are your own specialist on your life. Me neither. So we are just.
This is Monika. Sorry, this is something that I think it's very, very important. When I I mention it at the beginning of each training.
Mhm.
It's not about Monika. It's about you. You have to say you will be the guy who will work, not Monika during the training. This is the difference.
Yeah.
I've seen Monica's trainings. I know how true that is. Yeah. What really stands out for me as you both speak is that you stand for a culture of care. And the behaviors you're challenging are the opposite. So you're challenging stagnation, you're challenging apathy, you're challenging the hiding or the, you know, it's not my job, or it's someone else's silo, or he told me to do it, or whatever. So you're challenging the culture of don't care, and you're promoting a culture of care, both of you, in the way in which you operate.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. And it was very practically individual and team coaching. We are now in the middle of continual leadership development cycle in all company levels, really team workshops and trainings and coaching, and human relations process improvement. So no, not human resources, but relations. And everything is by head and heart. My approach based on systemic coaching and gestalt therapy education. So yeah,
That's it.
that's it. Two last slides. Thank you for your courage to stay with us, and they are our context. So yes, thank you, Jose. If you like, you can meet us on the coffee corner, and if you have more questions, and yeah, thank you very much for your comments and questions in chat, and yeah, maybe see you someday somewhere. Yes, last thing, please. All of you have full payment. Please don't hesitate to ask for free coaching session. Just let us know. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Monika and Marek. Thank you so much for this presentation.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
So see you. Bye-bye.